Hey everyone, and welcome to The Witcher 2 Lorethrough, episode 14. It is currently 4 in the morning, and I have officially lost the ability to go to bed at reasonable times. So instead, I'm recording Witch Lorethrough. Yeah, that's it. I figured I'd actually start recording here because I'm kind of doing the walk, quote unquote. Like, this is one of the walks that you do quite often. To a certain part in the game, and I figured you want to see it at least once. And I believe it's actually fast to go to the back entrance, but you can't really do that. We're not doing Melina yet, by the way. Sorry. Not Melina. Wow. I'm actually calling her Melina now. That's not her name. It's a joke that I had before. But yeah. Kind of gave it away now if you play Gwent. Anyway, this is like the crossroads. This way goes to the battlefield, but you can't actually go there. So you pretty much go here for everything. And then there's like 2 or 3 sides you can get to. And there's the catacombs eventually as well. But the place that we're going to right now is the harpy spot. And the harpy spot has a little quest in front of it as well, which is just hilarious. And I'm pretty sure that's this way. It's around this way. Yeah, it is. And then you saw the other sides just then where I passed. But this guy has a guy named Elliot here somewhere, I think. Yeah, he's still...
Witcher, I might have some work for you.
I was worried he might not be here, but yes. This is Elliot. He has, or Elton, sorry, Elliot's close enough. He has a quest for you that takes a while and needs a lot of harpy killing, but it's worth it, trust me.
Did I hear you mention a job?
Indeed, one very much in your line. I know a collector in Vengerberg. He pays well for all kinds of monster-related curios.
Ericus venom? Necker hearts? Sounds doable.
Harpy feathers.
Uh-huh. Why feathers?
I never asked. Got the order and that's that. Interested?
What kind of coin are we talking about?
Why don't we do a test? Bring me a bundle of fine feathers, for which I'll pay you, and if we're both satisfied, we'll figure things out.
He's gonna want more than a bundle? That'll mean a lot of traipsing around.
A few more, yes. So?
I'll keep my eyes open, but no promises. I've got more important things to deal with.
Right, so this is also Harpy Central, basically. So this entire side, you can actually have like a nice overview over here. This entire place basically is just a harpies, and you can already see them. There's harpies everywhere. And at the same time, you can do the harpy contract. But if you do the harpy contract, there will be less or no harpies spawning here anymore. I'm actually not sure, because you have to destroy their nests. That doesn't matter, because there's also a cave where you can also find harpies. Anyway, there's like a million of these. I don't really want to bother you with watching me fight every single one of them, but I will show you at least one harpy nest. So let me just kill these real quick and I'll get back to you, alright? Once I found a harpy nest. You're also going to be in combat for a while with these once you get to this side of the cliff, because the ones from down in the pit also tend to aggro you when you get anywhere near, so you actually have to wait for them to fly over so you can loot the ones around you. Because you do obviously want to actually loot every single one of the harpies around here, because you need them for the quests, so that's fun. So when you do loot them all, actually, real quick, make sure you are actually careful to do the take all option, because leather weighs a ton, so don't always do that. The harpy feathers are not that heavy. Like, you can also, if you don't want to get confused by which one you have and haven't looted, just take them all, but make sure to actually, you know, empty your inventory afterwards, because you're gonna be like, wait, I have no room for anything anymore, and it's just like harpies. It's all harpies. Anyway, moving on. Oh, and in case you're wandering around this area and you're like, whoa, what are these rocks about? They are actually, if I'm not entirely wrong, and I could be, but I don't think I am, related.
Danger.
Yeah, see this? Every time he says that, it's just one of those rocks. I think they're related to the quest that we're doing, or that we're kind of aiming for, shall we say. So don't worry about that. It's nothing that you have to do now. It's not important. But yeah, they're for later. And these are also harpy nests, by the way. They're all over the place. Don't worry about it. Okay, so me and my exceptionally amnesiac brain, Geralt, join the club. Forgot that you actually need harpies to do the harpy quest. Yeah, that completely slipped my mind. So I killed all of the harpies, but I do actually need like 4 harpies to blow up the nest for, or seven harpies to blow up the nest for me, and I completely forgot about that, which means that I actually have to go back there. And just real quick, if I don't actually get to this in this episode, basically what you do is you put down a trap, like this, put down a harpy trap, like so. This is a harpy trap, and then a harpy picks it up because it's shiny and puts it in the nest, and then, you know, it blows up, nest explodes and all that. But I need to actually have a harpy for that. You're like, okay. So I somehow thought that they would just sort of spawn out of thin air. I don't know why I thought that. And in case you're wondering, what's the keybind to put down a trap? It's R. I'm telling you that because I personally consistently forget keybinds at all times. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I have enough feathers for Elliot at least. Not Elliot.
You're strange, but a good fellow nonetheless.
I don't know why I forget that.
I've
Elton,
got your feathers.
I have your feathers.
Wonderful.
I know.
Excellent quality. Just what I needed. I'll pay for each and every one. If you're in need of coin, just bring me more.
Uh-huh. All right, you'll need to pay me more.
Harpies have become rare in this area.
They really have.
I'm not sure I understand.
Supply drops, prices rise.
By how much?
By a whole lot.
Pay me twice, maybe 3 times as much, and we've got a deal.
You must be mad. I'll not give you that.
You said this was Witcher's work, so either agree to my rate or find yourself another harpy specialist.
So be it. I shall pay you more.
Jinsey, you're a monster! No, you'll see. You'll see. Trust me, this guy is not gonna ask anybody else. You know he won't. Oh my god, okay. Actually, I'm gonna... am I just gonna wait it out for more harpies or not? I don't think I will. I think we'll do this one. Yeah, we'll do that. I think that's actually next door. Next door, Jinsey? Yeah, that's what we call it. I'm pretty sure that's this way around, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna go and find my catacombs, because I'm pretty sure it's this way, but I'll find it. Otherwise, we'll wait for the harpies. See you in a minute. Ah, of course I forgot about him. I didn't actually think he was already in this gully, but he's a funny guy, so I'm gonna show you him too. Hey, buddy. We're gonna help him, don't worry.
Who there?
A Witcher.
Pumpkins wishes sent to me kill. So be. Kill, quick. No pain.
Why do you want to die?
Live, why? Me missus, me want no more. Be lone. Be terrible.
What's in the pot?
Soup. Elf and onion. Good. Want try?
Uh-huh. I'm just not that into onions, I guess.
Where did you get the elves?
Missus bring from Garley's. Like I bring Redhead.
The redhead's in the soup too?
No. Redhead run go. Missus run go. All gone. Only soup stay.
The best part. The only necessary part stayed.
I don't really care for onions.
Stupid wisher. Elf good taste with onions. Tomato-like.
Tomato-like. He doesn't actually kill elves. He just finds dead elves and puts them in the soup. If you're wondering, if you were watching the new Homecoming stream for Gwent and all that, or if you play it, this is where that elf soup card is from. This is the reference.
Tell me, troll, what happened here?
Me in gullies, missus in gullies. Bones found. Nice to know. Then wham! Hummus from sky fall.
You're lying, troll. People don't fall from the sky.
Troll true tell. Flash crack. 2 hummus drop where dumble ship. Hummy man, big as troll. And woman. I go see.
Was the man bald? Did he have a scar?
Wisher man likes man. See, I from far. Bald, yes. Scar no see. Run he go to gullies. Leave redhead Hume. Down. See I go. Redhead groan. Her pain. Closer I creep. Run she not go. Let her grow. Take me Hume, woman. Go home. Missus angry. Call Hume wench thin bones. Hungry missus, yap and yap. Then run go own for food. Give water, redhead Hume. Leaves cover leg. Hume redhead nice. Pet she when sleeps. Redhead have kerchief. Nice to sniff. Missus come back. Herbs in hand. Drop thin wench. Eat, she call. Mrs. Yap. Rag give. Troll say not. Nice to feel. Stench troll like. Mrs. say she or me. Troll think. Nice redhead. Nice rag stench. Troll, Mrs. Tell. Mrs. Troll with log beat and run go. Even left elves.
What happened to the redhead?
Redhead wrong pain. Redhead stay. Pain gone. Redhead run go at night. Troll sleep. Wind howl empty.
Very sad story. Also, if you'll remember, this is the second person who said that Triss smells nice. It's not creepy, it's fine.
Do you still have the redhead's bandana?
No, missus take away. Old bug leave elves frag steal and run go.
Where did she go, your wife?
Gullies, Mrs. Gullies like. Gullies me like.
Why don't I look for her?
Wish a missus no kill. Good old bug. Little batty.
I won't kill her, don't
I won't
worry.
hurt your woman.
Mrs. Tell come back. Be lone. Be terrible. Wind howl empty.
Fine. I'll tell your mate to come back, but I need the redhead's bandana.
Mrs. have. Mrs. good. She up give. Soon as she back.
Right, so his lady left him because he was with Triss. Triss was like sleeping in this wonderful bed over here. Lovely. Okay, buddy. She still loves you, I promise. But I'm pretty sure this actually goes to like there's a where's the side? I think it's this side. It actually goes to the ship. Well, I could be entirely wrong. But the troll quest is probably one of my favorites because oh, hey, harpies!
Come on!
Okay, be right back. Okay, so a bit further in the gullies. Over here. Yeah, it is actually going to the ship. There's also the troll lady. It's fine. Okay, so there's actually also a harpy's nest here, so you can actually see how it works. You put in the thing.
Damn, you're ugly.
He's like, oh my god, fuck yeah, it's a thing. Let him take the thing, bitch. Okay, thank you. There you go, that's better. And then he blew up the ship. He blew up the nest. It's close enough. They both float, kind of. I think that's the only one here, right? Okay, cool. This is fine. That's 1 out of 7. So if you see a harpy, just keep an eye out for, like, it's just stuff. And by stuff, I mean nests, specifically. Okay, let's go free the she-troll. But there is actually, because there's a bit of lore surrounding the she-troll. Well, not, like, the troll herself, but, like, where she finds herself. Was there one here? I don't think so. And just so you know, there are, if I remember correctly, some nests inside the cave as well that I was talking about. But the cave you can't go into yet because you need permission to do that. And I think you need a key for that. Yeah, you need a key for that. So you can't actually do that yet. So don't worry if you're like, oh my god, I can't find any nests outside. No, they're inside the cave. Okay, anyway, be right back. Alright, so this is where they're fighting the troll, and you can actually choose to kill the troll if you want. We are not going to do that. Because we don't want to.
She's wounded. Let her bleed.
Better lunge at her all at once. She's weakened.
Not worth the risk.
What are you doing here?
We're mercenaries. Currently on King Hansel's pay. We were sent here on reconnaissance. Barely escaped with our lives from that mist of specters. Now we're up against a furious she-troll. Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia.
The White Wolf. We could use professional help, Witcher.
Will you help us?
Okay, so that's not what we're gonna do. We're not going to help them here. Actually, I'm gonna let them talk first. Because I don't believe I need to kill them for this. So I'll let him introduce himself first, because there's lore with this guy.
I can't let you kill her.
Since when does a monster slayer take their side?
None of your business. I need her, and you need to leave.
She killed 2 of my men.
Walk away, and nobody else will get hurt.
You won't help? Fine. Just don't disturb us. We'll manage ourselves.
The troll needs to live.
The troll will die.
Then you'll have to kill me, too.
In that case, adieu, Witcher.
Adieu. Yes, that's a reference. Don't worry, he'll tell you why. Yes, Adam Pangrat. That's his name. That has merit. We have to talk about that. Stop throwing things at me, you bastard. This guy. Yeah, there's a bit of fog here and a bit of fire, which means that you lose a few frames on that.
Enough! We surrender! Throw down your arms, men! Spare us! Witcher, the king will pay our ransom.
I'm not looking for a ransom. Leave the troll alone and go your way.
You'll let us go?
You can't return through the mist. It's certain death.
They're soldiers of fortune. We're not afraid of death.
Neither do we foolishly seek it. The Witcher's right.
Commander, we were to find a Witcher.
A bald one with a snake medallion. This one's white-haired, with a wolf on his neck.
Yeah. So that's Letho. He still hasn't actually introduced himself properly, but I guess you've already read it at this point. This man is Adam Pangrat, alias Adieu. You know, he kind of already gave that away by saying adieu. And he is indeed a mercenary, and he was always a mercenary. Because, funny story, he was part of the Battle of Brenna at one point. Now, you might know this, but the North was losing the Nilfgaardian war quite badly at some point. And Redania, thinking that they were next on the list, and obviously they were, figured, okay, well, if we're gonna have like a final offensive, then we're gonna need more men. But they didn't have the money for more men. So Dijkstra went to Kovir to ask Estella Tyson for some money. You know, they didn't officially actually give Redania money, but in the end they kind of lent them some money through other means, basically. So now Redania had the money and they just needed the people to hire. And this guy is just like doing laps around me and I don't know what the hell he's up with. Try to ignore him when I talk. So, Redania had the money, but not the men at that point. So, what Kovir did afterwards is empty their cells. Please stop running around. And their cells were full of criminals, etc., mercenaries looking for work, and work they would find in Redania's service. And together, all these suddenly freed mercenaries, very conveniently, united together under the banner of the Free Company. And the Free Company was led by Pretty Kitty, and also partially by Adam Pangrat, Adieu. So they were the mercenaries, bought by Redania, with Koviran money, to fight the Battle of Brenna against Nilfgaard. And without the Free Company, they would have absolutely lost. The North would have absolutely lost, because they were instrumental in defeating Nilfgaard by crashing through a part of the flanks to get to one of their not so reinforced positions to basically thwart Nilfgaard at that point. And if they hadn't done that, then the entire northern wall would have crumbled and they would have likely lost. Afterwards, Adam Pangrat, during the parade, also proposed to Pretty Kitty, and Pretty Kitty was, you know, kind of the main commander, and they actually did get married. I think they actually mention it later, I don't know if he does that in this path as well, but yeah, Pretty Kitty is pregnant. So he kind of wants to go back to her as well. But that's sort of his backstory. You don't get to know much about him personally otherwise, but yeah, he was a pretty damn good mercenary. Like, the Free Company was both feared and respected.
You're looking for Letho.
You know him?
You could say that. I'm looking for him too. What do you know about him?
Sheila de Tangerville told us to search the ravines for this Letho. All we found was a camp strewn with dead Scoia'tael. This Letho was responsible for the bloodbath, and he did not act alone.
Where was this?
On the other side of the Wraith's Mist.
What were you to do with him?
Kill him, and anyone with him.
Anyone? Are you sure?
That was the order.
Do you know where Letho is?
Somewhere on the other side of this mist. We found a trail, but then the mist descended. We got lost, and emerged from it here.
Yeah, so since Geralt asks, it is implied that Sheila also wanted Triss dead, basically. I don't necessarily think that's true. I think maybe Sheila didn't know that she was with him directly, but it's certainly implied. It just doesn't make sense that she would want that, considering Triss doesn't know anything at that point. Sheila probably knows that she doesn't know anything. Maybe she thinks Letho told her, but even then, Triss would never really side with Nilfgaard at that point, so it doesn't really matter. And she wouldn't tell. She has no king to tell either, because she's also, well, a refugee, I guess, at this point. Yeah, regardless, they would never have stood a chance against Letho, obviously. And I don't really want to say this yet because it's a Roach Path thing. You do actually get to figure out what happened with the whole Viper Witcher side of things a little bit on Roach's Path, so don't worry about that.
I advise you to surrender to the rebels.
That would be new to me. I am Adam Pangrat, known as a dieu.
You won't survive for long out here.
They'll hang us. They know Henselt hired us.
Go to Cecil Burden. He'll treat you fairly. But don't count on him outbidding Henselt.
Hear that, boys? Let's meet the Dragon Slayer. The Witcher claims we'll be safe and sound. Gather the wounded. Stop buggering and move out.
He's talking to the one guy who's still doing laps behind me, by the way.
Humi's trolls, see? To kill Humi's itchy would kill trolls, sure. You, other. Good, you help. Troll, you help.
If you want to help me, go back to your old man.
No! Idjit Humi redhead grope.
He's alone now. He misses you.
Tell him, too late.
Know anything about the woman who's in your lair?
Troll, no. Humi ugly. Humi stinks.
Jealous.
Return to your husband if you want to repay me.
Troll don't want, but Troll will. For you other, you good.
Mrs. Bag, good, troll-like.
Me back for wisha asked. Stay away if wisha not ask.
Mrs. Wise.
Idjit you, Humi woman grope.
No more, never again.
Give me the bandana.
Here, stupid old buck.
Troll give horn. In danger, wisher blow, troll come.
Thanks. I'll remember that. Now go to your mate. Maybe pick her some flowers first.
Flowers? No! Flowers stench. Troll bring bird dung.
Idjit! What troll doing lair?
Nothing.
Me see. Stench!
The stench will run. Go.
Humi stench. Sleep no me.
Oh, I love these two so much. All right, so the ship we don't actually have to go to. And don't worry, we will see the trolls again. The ship you don't have to go to yet, but again, that is also part of that other quest line that I was doing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the catacombs are actually on this side over here. There's sort of like a foresty thing. I'm not actually sure if I can go there right now already. But if I can't, I'll just go back to the harpies and do that instead. Alright? I don't want to do that tryst yet. God. I'm trying to get not Elliot feathers with the harpy contract still. Actually. Yeah, he's no longer a quest, is he? Here, that's the one. Elton. A sack full of fluff. Okay, so I'll try and grab some more of those and get back to you. Right, so I was about halfway down the Harpy Gully when I was like, well, wait a minute, I actually can't finish this quest anyway unless I unlock the door. So I decided to just go back to Vergen and instead go do the dwarf quest. I went and stood here because everyone was just sort of talking over each other. But yeah, there's another quest that goes down into the mines, which is like a sort of a Lord of the Rings reference as well. But it's kind of funny because we get dwarves.
Geralt, sit down. We haven't yet celebrated your raid into the mist. Ah, sorry. Where are my manners? Sheldon Skaggs, veteran of the battles of Sodden and Brenna.
And all ends along the way.
You've already met Vergen's elder?
Greetings. Gentlemen, not sure about you, but my throat's parched from all these greetings.
Funny. Those were the first words out of your mouth.
Master Dandelion's right. Around for everyone. On me.
Let's drink.
I'll gladly wash the road's dust from my throat, especially in such good company.
Too bad Caleb Stratton's not here. May he rest in peace.
A worthy dwarf he was. Here's to him.
Sheldon, you're lagging behind.
I've got a little screw coming tonight.
More reason to drink makes you more vigorous.
My prick withers like an old crone's tits if I drink.
Then tie a carrot to it.
So, what brings you here, Geralt?
Well, I mean, all of this
Ever
actually
heard
kind
of a
of.
unit called the Dun Banner? Apparently they left their standard behind during the last war. I need to find it if I'm to lift the curse.
Aye, the standard lies in a crypt with those of the unit who perished here.
Where's this crypt?
Not the easiest place to find. Turn right past the market and look for a passage carved right through the rocks. That'll lead you to a valley filled with tombs and crypts.
To the fallen!
Have you ever heard of a plant called the Dwarven Immortelle?
Have we? Do pigs have tight arses?
To tell the truth, I've no idea, Skaggs.
It's just a saying.
You're the only one using it.
Witcher, the Immortelle. It appears most often near anthracite and aluminosilicate deposits.
Philippa needs it to heal Saskia.
A rare curio, but there's a mine nearby, and who knows? You might find it deep underground.
Tell me what about the mine?
Not at all. It's in Vergen itself, in the town's upper quarter.
You're eager for this expedition, but nobody told the Witcher that the mine's closed.
Closed, that's true. But it's long overdue a cleaning. Weed out all the underground shit.
What are you talking about?
Not a month ago, miners started disappearing. Must have tapped the wrong vein and woken some scum from the deep. We wanted to send a crew of stout fellows in, but Saskia said she needs all the soldiers she can find up top, ready to defend the town. We closed the shaft, fearing the filth would emerge and overrun us all.
Looks like we arrived just in time, eh, Geralt?
So it seems. Let's go.
Right on. With this crew, we needn't fear any monster. How about you, Sheldon? You coming with us, or staying around to get your fuck?
Another chance like this won't come around in a hurry. Fucking can wait. I'm with you.
Let's meet at the mine's entrance.
A true man! Although I now accidentally skipped some dialogue, so I might splice that in somewhere somehow still. Hey, Dandelion!
Good thing you're here, Geralt. A rhyme for wonder?
I'm no poet.
I know, but you have good ideas sometimes.
No, I don't.
Yonder?
Good!
Writing a sonnet for your new muse?
Better than that. I'm composing an anthem for Vergen. Want to hear the first version?
No.
Listen. May those who dream of freedom arise, seeing the sight of liberty with their eyes. Let us go together, become our brother. The choice is yours, you know there's no other. How far shall we venture in this great wonder? Elf, dwarf, and human set forth together yonder. Like it?
It rhymes, kind of.
All right then. Tell me what you discovered.
Geralt is just not all excited about Dandelion singing, and it wasn't even that bad at all. I like it, Dandy, don't
Is
worry.
it my imagination, or have you become a propaganda mouthpiece for the court?
You know what I really like about this place? There is no court. People are with Saskia because they want to be, not because they have to or should be.
You have a tendency to go from one extreme to the other.
And you have a tendency to shit on every ideal, even the most noble.
I try to take an objective view of the world.
Yet you've joined us. You have, haven't you?
I'm on Vergen's side, at this time.
Don't want to commit, eh? Well, Vergen isn't some whore you can just screw and forget.
I like how Dandelion is already so into this, even though he just got here, just like me. But, you know, I like to be careful, because I'm Geralt. I like to sit on my fence and watch over yonder with Roach.
I just want to make sure that woman named Vergen doesn't end up screwing me.
Let me see if I understand your position correctly. Kiss my right cheek, kiss my left cheek. Just don't kiss me on my butthole.
No, please don't.
Whenever I see that stupid romantic spark in your eyes, I just know I'll have to haul your ass out of some new swamp very soon.
Oh, screw you and your help. Lots of humans, dwarves, even elves around here would follow me into fire.
I hope you're right about that.
See, I never understood why this was a thing. Because, okay, first of all, Geralt would have responded like this, but I don't believe Dandelion would have. He wouldn't have said screw you and your help because, yeah, Geralt has dragged him out of places often enough. Granted, he might have talked himself out of that at one point, but at the same time, Geralt has been there for him. And for him to suddenly just say, hey, you know, Geralt, longtime friend who I care for very dearly, I literally have been in this town for one day, and now I hate you because you don't want to die for the town that I just stayed in for one day. Seems a little bit out of character, Dandy.
Iorveth seems to have changed.
Everyone changes here. Except you, of course.
Pretty much.
I'm not sure I like changes of that kind. I find them hard to believe.
You're an idiot. Saskia's giving Iorveth a chance. If he uses it well, he'll finally be able to emerge from that hole in the ground he's been living in for years. That's the least of it. If he plays his cards right, he can win everyone's respect. People only remember what they want to remember.
I suppose you're right. A free state in the Pontar Valley could turn Iorveth from a brigand into a knight.
Which is why it's useless to wonder why he's changed. I wouldn't trust him with my child. But who knows what he'll become?
Well, not much, because he leaves Vergen afterwards. You know. You already know you don't see him in The Witcher 3!
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss, Yennefer, that's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have two women, when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their kind doesn't die easily. I believe I'll find Triss, alive.
And Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her.
Oh, you'll do a lot about her, trust me. Sorry.
My memory's coming back. It's just bits and pieces so far, but I can feel them coming together, forming a whole.
What have you remembered?
A voyage, an endless trek south. I was following Yennefer and the wild hunt. I have no idea how long. It got cold. Only old people were left in the villages I passed through, but they all refused to tell me what had happened to the young, to their children. I finally pressed a man for information. He blamed it on wolf packs, on an outburst of drowners and rot fiends. No one mentioned the wild hunt.
Did you catch up to the hunt?
I don't know.
Got anything you can follow?
I'm looking. You once mentioned some elven poems about the hunt.
I believe I said they could exist, and they'd be old. I don't know any, but look around. You're pretty good at finding things.
Dandelion's advice for the day. Look around! You're good at finding things. That'll get you there! Thanks, Dandelion!
One thing's for sure. Letho's not on this side of the fog.
If you wanted to pursue the assassin, you should have gone to Henselt's camp with Roach.
Just because I went after Triss doesn't mean I've forgotten about Letho.
Why do you care so much? It's not your coop or your chickens.
Actually, it is, because I have to clear my name. But, see, here's the thing. Letho knows about his past, sure, but you don't know how much he would know at that point. Is that really a reason to follow him? Not really, considering his memory is already coming back slowly and he might use Triss for it instead. This one is actually kind of important at the moment.
My reputation's a little more important than hens in a coop. Until I find Letho, I'll be considered a murderer.
No one thinks you're a Kingslayer here.
Oh,
You're
stop
dead
it.
wrong. They treat me well because they need me. That could change in an instant.
You're probably right. Let's say you catch him. What then?
I don't want to kill him. I see, it makes more sense for me to say it depends, but I don't want to kill him because of, like... yeah, I'm not gonna spoil that, actually.
I'll decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, or maybe I'll just cut off his head.
You know, as you do, the Witcher way.
No pig can jump higher than its snout, so let them fight.
Why are you talking about pigs in here? This is not a thing. But yeah, anyway, we need to talk to Cecil to get permission to go anywhere. I'm thinking, because I think you can actually blackmail him at some point as well. I don't think that was for this one, though. What was that about again? I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, he told me that you could already get there, so I must have just been mistaken. I don't think it was this one, though. This wasn't the one, right? Question marks. Where am I? I'm gonna go route around a little bit, because I might already get where I want to be. So be right back. Actually, as I do my walk, I just realized that we haven't even had our little chat with Iorveth yet. That's not okay. Let's see if he's at his home.
The leader,
And yes,
though clad like a soldier, had a feminine face to stir awe. And the breast, a maiden I saw, the Virgin of Edern. Behold her, the insurgent leader, Saskia.
yeah, they always like pretend to be more deep than they are.
Blah, blah, blah.
They don't like me.
I've killed Rivians before.
None of them do.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
And they are not that talkative.
Kedmil,
Greetings. What are you doing out here this late?
thinking
Is that so?
About what?
about the approaching fight.
As long as the mist of wraiths is up, there won't be a fight.
This is an
I
equality
ponder
talk, by the
something
way.
else. We women must leave the shadows. When fighting, we're equal to men. But off the battlefield,
Okay, so this conversation was always weird to me, because it literally does not matter what you say here as Geralt. You see, we don't see eye to eye, which is basically Geralt saying, or you saying, well, I don't think women should be equal. I don't understand, basically says, I don't understand why women should be equal. And you think highly of your skills also makes him a dick. Like, he basically, when you say this one, when you say you think highly of your skills, he says something like, oh, you're all talk, but you need to, like, do something. Otherwise, like, nothing will happen. And it's like, well, yeah, she's literally fighting. That's, like, she doesn't really do anything that guys don't do. It's like, they all do the same thing. It's just like they don't get the equal opportunity thing, so I'll just pretend Geralt's an idiot.
I'm not sure I understand. Care to explain?
were I the
Like
best
I'm 5.
strategist and the bravest warrior, they still wouldn't give me an army to lead. And all because I was born a woman.
You're an exception. Not many women share your dreams.
They do, Witcher, but they say nothing as they fear being ridiculed. You like being laughed at, singled out in a crowd?
I'm a witcher, a freak. I'm a sensation wherever I go.
Don't give up.
It won't be easy, but you could try to blaze a trail.
A worthy endeavor in itself, I know. Thank you, Witcher. Godspeed.
You also say the trailblazing thing if you say, you know, you think highly of yourself, and then she just disappeared into the stones. It's like, oh, I don't want to be singled out or laughed at. I'll become a stone. Okay, yes, you too. Thanks for the talk. I guess. Fucking hell. Elves, man. Why do I defend them? Hey, buddy.
Greetings, Gwynblade.
See, you can see a scar now. If you punched him in the stomach, in near Flotsam, then he actually doesn't show you his scar. He doesn't feel comfortable doing that, basically.
What could Philippa want? Why does she care about Vergen being free, independent?
Like all sorceresses, she likes to dabble in politics. Not one of them would hesitate to sacrifice another life if it furthered their goals.
Quite a one-sided opinion. All? None? Life's rather colorful. It's not all black and white.
Shades of grey.
Shades of grey, I think. I have no illusions about mages. You know the fate which the Queen of the Valley of Flowers reserved for the elven youth. Enid Anglina, known also as Francesca Finderbear, another sorceress. In exchange for the creation of an elven kingdom in Dol Blathanna, she sent the Scoia'tael to be butchered, while attacking Nilfgaard's foes from the rear. She had a chance to call it off. She could have opposed the Emperor of Nilfgaard and summoned the squirrels to defend the Valley of Flowers.
Why didn't she?
In the name of a higher purpose. It's what the Emperor wanted. That's why we became bandits after the war. That's why elves are dying, our young murdered by the likes of Roach. And that's why I cannot trust Philippa Eilhart.
Okay, so a few things here. Iorveth, I'm sorry, but... You fool! Okay, so what actually happened with the creation of Dol Blathanna is that, yes, Emperor Emhyr gave the elves Dol Blathanna as a state, and then said, okay, you gotta keep attacking, basically, because he still needed the Scoia'tael. This was before Nilfgaard had lost the war, right? Now, at that point, the entirety of Edirn was Nilfgaardian territory. So if she had in fact said, hey, we'll recall the Scoia'tael and stuff, you know, just defend Dol Blathanna, that tiny kingdom, then Nilfgaard could have literally turned around their armies and just demolished Dol Blathanna in and of themselves. And that's that. Okay, Dol Blathanna gone by. Elves gone by. Like, they would have had no recourse at that point. After the war, obviously, the Scoia'tael leaders were executed, or soon to be executed at the very least. And all these things everything there was Northern Realms again. And at that point, Emhyr also couldn't protect them, even if they did start a war. And they were again surrounded by enemies. Like, that's the whole problem. Dol Blathanna isn't that big, and it's just surrounded on all sides by enemies. So, literally saying, fuck all of you, we're now loving the Scoia'tael forever, is just a death sentence for Dol Blathanna. Which I think Iorveth understands. He's just being a little, you know, miffed about it, which understandable. But another thing that I wanted to say, and this is going to sound a little bit sillier, however, to humans, all elves look alike. Like, that's just a fact. They just do. They can't tell. They cannot tell them apart. So I will never understand why the Scoia'tael didn't just throw off their Scoia'tael caps and throw off their Scoia'tael clothes and started wearing Dol Blathanna suits and whatever the fuck, and just pretended like they were Blue Mountain elves. Problem solved. Pretend you're not a Scoia'tael. Who's gonna tell the difference? No one. What, do they remember every single Scoia'tael that ever lived? I didn't think so. Okay, cool. So that.
Roach could be on the other side of the fog.
In that case, I'll finally get him. I came close in Flotsam.
Again, strange thing to say. He could have killed him in Flotsam, he just didn't. Because he was like, haha, I can do it again.
Been after him for a while?
Ever since he became leader of the Blue Stripes. During his first mission as commander, he ambushed one of my units, cut it down to the last elf. Surprised me for the first and last time. I've been more cautious since then.
Still amazing, though.
So it's a personal matter. Vengeance, a theme straight out of Dandelion's ballads.
The safety of the Scoia'tael demands his death. Of the commanders first appointed to such units, he's the only one still alive.
I notice there's no Temerian emblem in your collection.
We should not claim something's done when it is not.
You could have made it done, you know, if you'd actually finished the job.
You do realize that a dozen others will replace him when he's gone. Possibly dirtier foes, possibly worse.
Better to have a known enemy, you say. That doesn't apply to Vernon. A more determined demon has never walked upon this earth. The longer he is active, the better he gets. I must put an end to it.
See, this does just make me admire Vernon Roach. I mean, he's a bastard, but I like him still.
Tell me about this Dwan for whom the Scoia'tael are ready to do battle.
Saskia. She's no Dwan. Certainly not like the others. You've seen her. I doubt I need to explain.
She's fighting for a Pontar Valley for dwarves, elves, and humans alike. I thought you despised humans.
I may only be a warrior, but I'm no fool. This is the best we can hope for now. And it's better than the Valley of Flowers.
Yeah, so here he actually talks, I think that's later? Oh yeah, ever been to the Valley of Flowers? Yeah, I'll do this one first, because this one always makes me laugh.
Have you ever been to the Valley of Flowers?
Dulblathana is nothing more than a vassal state of the Nilfgaardian Emperor. They call it the land of free elves, but the Scoia'tael are not welcome. It's another in a string of painful lessons. But a free Pontar Valley could change that. It's been 5 years since the kingdom was established in Dulblathana. Over 2,000 elves have settled there. Do you know how many children they've produced? 12 or so. It's no longer the Valley of Flowers. It's the Valley of Sterile Elders.
I'd love to see you tell Francesca that.
Me too.
You think you can repel Henselt's army?
No.
What do you mean, no?
The fortifications and dwarven devices are simply not enough to hold off the Kedwenis. They are just too many.
What do you plan to do?
You'll see. One thing I can promise. I won't break any pledge I've made.
See, this one has just always been weird to me, because like I can't necessarily explain this too well without spoiling, so I'm just gonna say this. He implies he has a plan here to win. That's it. But there is no plan. Yeah. The fuck?
I once met another Scoia'tael leader.
Yavin. I knew him. He had beautiful dreams and desperately
Beautiful
wanted
eyes,
me
too.
to share them. Asked the same of you, I heard.
You know a lot about me.
I try to know as much as I can. About everyone.
I helped him. I found his reasons just.
Because they are. But they're equally unrealistic. Yavin saw combat and killing as poetry, whereas war is prose with no place for beauty. How is it that we're on the same side today?
Things change. Today I have different goals and different allies.
See, this, again, was always weird to me, and I'm pretty sure they didn't think this through too much, because, okay, for a few things. First of all, Yavin in the books is not actually a poetic dude at all. He just likes to murder. That's literally it. He's not talking about poetry, he's not even a commander really at the time. He just, like, goes around and he murders. That's his thing. And second of all, here, Geralt ends the conversation as if he just said that he didn't side with Yavin. Like, first, he says, well, I sided with the elves, I sided with the Scoia'tael, I thought his cause was just. And then Iorveth goes, well, how is it that we're on the same side today? And he's like, well, things changed. And it's like, what? Did I miss something? Are you not a Scoia'tael all of a sudden? Was Yavin not a Scoia'tael? Have I been bamboozled? Like, conversations, man. How do they work?
Anything new about Letho?
No, but I wager he's somewhere on the other side of the fog. I can feel it.
Feel Letho. You may take that out of context.
You haven't had a chance to explain yourself. Your alliance with Letho. This is a good time.
I suppose I owe it to you, Geralt. I don't know who they are exactly, nor who they're working for. I met Letho 2 months ago. He had escaped his pursuers in Edirn, found me and suggested we trade services. Our scouts and forest hideaways in exchange for the heads of Foltest and Henselt. A good offer to begin with that only became better when we revealed only part of our secrets. It then turned out that Letho was not alone. Serret and orcs were meant to kill Henselt. My warriors were to help them. As you know, this never came to pass.
Because they all sucked. Okay. That's all we had, unfortunately. Don't worry, we'll talk to him more later. Hello, Lutzenberger Bloom.
Shut off!
Okay, yes, you too. I just want to be friends. Anyway, yes, okay, I'm gonna call it a cut here. Because everybody hates me. I can't take it anymore. So I'll see you in the next episode, where I talk to people that hopefully don't hate me, like Lutzenberger Bloom. He doesn't like me at all. Till next time.